Hi guys, I just got back from the dentist and my face is broken. I got a crown and this side of my face doesn't work, which is kind of cool because now I can smile like Elvis. As some of you know, I work in healthcare and I immediately thought this is a great opportunity for me to talk to you about strokes, because one of the signs of a stroke is having an asymmetrical smile, which I definitely have today. I think most of us are familiar with heart attacks and the signs and symptoms of heart attacks. The heart doesn't get enough blood and it actually starts to die. People have pain sometimes in their chest, sometimes in their shoulder blade or down their arm. A lot of times they'll be sweating and nauseous. We've seen these things in movies and we're pretty familiar with them. But most people aren't familiar with the signs and symptoms of stroke. That's why the government has developed an acronym called F.A.S.T. F-A-S-T. A stroke is actually very similar to a heart attack, except it's a brain attack. Because of not getting enough blood to the right areas or getting too much blood to certain areas, your brain actually starts to die. Every minute you lose 2 million brain cells. So literally, brain is time and time is brain, which makes it crucial to identify the signs of a stroke immediately and get the person to the hospital as soon as possible. So what is FAST? FAST is F-A-S-T. It's an acronym that was made for the general public like you and me to help us identify the signs and symptoms of a stroke so we can get the person to a hospital as soon as possible and save their brain tissue. F stands for face. Is one side of the face drooping? Can they smile? If one side of their smile is asymmetrical to the other, they may be having a stroke. A stands for arms. Again, have them raise both of their arms. They should go up together. But if one side is drooping and the other side works normally, they may be having a stroke. S stands for speech. Can they talk normally to you, or is their speech slurred? And T stands for time. Remember, time is brain, and brain is time. Call 911 and get them to the hospital as soon as possible. Until recently, many believed that stroke represented a sentence of death or lifelong disability. Medical advances such as clot-busting drugs have helped to make strokes one of the most preventable and treatable of all diseases. But the more time that passes after a stroke, the more brain cells die. Like I said, I work in healthcare and I've worked with people who have had strokes, and they're very debilitating. Imagine suddenly not being able to talk, not being able to lift one arm and get dressed, or one of your legs suddenly stops working and you can't walk anymore. How are you going to go to your job? How do you pay your bills and take care of your family? Strokes can be devastating, and that's why I'm so happy that they've created the FAST program, because if we can get people to the hospital sooner, we can stop the damage that's being done and save brain tissue, which saves function, which saves people's quality of life. There are some risk factors for stroke that we can't do anything about. Age, for example, the older we get, the more likely we are to have a stroke. Heredity, race, unfortunately African Americans are much more likely to have strokes than Caucasians. Gender, and this is interesting, men are much more likely to have a stroke, but women are more likely to die of a stroke if we have one. If you've had a prior stroke, TIA, which is a transient ischemic attack, it's a mini stroke, or a heart attack, you're more likely to have a stroke. But there's some things that we can control, like high blood pressure, cigarette smoking, diabetes mellitus, artery diseases, atrial fibrillation, that's where the top chambers of your heart just quiver, they're going so fast, other heart diseases, sickle cell disease, high blood cholesterol, poor diet, and physical inactivity and obesity. So remember FAST, F-A-S-T, face, arms, speech, and time to call 911. Okay, well I'm gonna stop talking now, and hopefully my jaw and cheek will wake up soon so I can have some supper. I hope you guys are having a good week. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to click subscribe if you would like to be notified when I make more videos. Usually they're funny, but sometimes they're informative, like this one today. If you want more information, I'd recommend that you go to theredcross.org. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.